Have you ever looked at your cat and felt like they were trying to tell you something, but you had no idea what it was? Yeah, me too. If you've ever experienced that, stick around until the end of this video, because today we're diving deep into the mysteries of feline communication, the meows, the looks, the gestures, all those things your cat does that might be saying a lot more than you think. While you're here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button to support us, and leave a comment down below. What's the strangest or funniest thing your cat has ever done trying to communicate with you? I'd really love to know. Cats are masters of subtlety, unlike dogs who are more straightforward and expressive, wagging their tails, jumping around, barking, throwing themselves onto your lap. Cats prefer a more refined approach. They express themselves with nuance, through almost imperceptible details. They speak to us in code, and it's up to us, curious, attentive humans, to learn how to decode it. And the most fascinating part is that feline language isn't just about sound. It's a rich tapestry made up of meows, body postures, facial expressions, tail movements, intense stares, and even complete silence. Yes, even when your cat is totally quiet, they might still be saying something. Sometimes a cat's silence is a cry for attention, a sign of discomfort, a gesture of trust, or simply a moment of calm observation. Let's start with meowing, the most well-known aspect of feline communication. A lot of people think cats meow to talk to other cats. But here's a surprising fact. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. They mostly use meowing to communicate with humans. That's right. It's as if they've developed a special language just to talk to us. This adaptation is the result of living alongside humans. Over the centuries, cats have learned that meowing is an effective way to get our attention, ask for something, or even teach us how they're feeling. A meow can mean, "I'm hungry, come play with me, leave me alone," or even just, "Hi." The tone, rhythm, and intensity vary, and over time, you might start to recognize patterns in the way your cat communicates. And the most amazing part? Every cat has its own unique meow vocabulary. Some are more talkative, others more quiet, but almost all cats develop a special way of communicating with their humans. It's a language built through shared experiences, affection, and mutual observation. And every meow has a purpose. Nothing a cat vocalizes is by chance. There's always a specific intention behind it. There's the short, high-pitched meow, the really insistent one, often repeated several times, which usually means something, like, "Feed me now." It's the kind of sound your cat has learned grabs your attention right away, especially at times when they know you usually feed them. That meow is almost impossible to ignore, and your cat knows it. Then there's the deeper, drawn-out meow, which tends to sound heavier, more intense, and can be a sign of discomfort, frustration, or even boredom. Sometimes your cat is trying to tell you that something isn't right in their environment, that they're feeling uneasy, or that they're simply bored and seeking stimulation. This type of meow often comes with more restrained body language. Oh, the cat might be still, staring at you with its tail flicking in an irritated way. Some cats even go as far as to talk, literally. They make a series of small sounds, mixing meows, trills, and purrs in sequence, almost as if they're telling you a story. And maybe they are. This more elaborate vocalization usually comes from cats who have a close relationship with their humans and feel comfortable expressing themselves freely. It's as if they want to share what they're thinking, feeling, or observing. Some researchers believe these complex sounds are ways to get our attention and test our response. In other words, the cat makes a series of noises and watches. Will the human react? Will they respond? Will they follow me? Will they open the door? When the cat realizes that certain sounds produce specific reactions, they begin to use those sounds more often. And little by little, they develop their own personal communication repertoire. It's almost like they're training us. And let's be honest, most of the time, they succeed. Now, what about the eyes? Ah, a cat's eyes are like open books, if we know how to read them. They express emotions, intentions, and even moods with an intensity that few other species can convey with just a glance. Paying close attention to your cat's eyes is one of the most powerful ways to understand what they're trying to communicate. A fixed, direct stare can be a challenge or simply curiosity. If your cat is staring at you with wide, unblinking eyes, they might be saying, "I'm watching you." This kind of look can be a sign of alertness, caution, or just focused interest. Depending on the context, they might be feeling unsure, assessing a situation, or simply trying to figure out what you're doing. But if your cat blinks slowly at you, that's something else. That is almost a declaration of love. In the feline world, this gesture is a strong sign of affection and trust. It's as if they're saying, "I feel safe with you." This kind of blink is subtle and gentle. The cat slowly closes their eyes for a moment and then softly opens them again. Try blinking back, very slowly. Look into their eyes calmly, without staring aggressively, and repeat the movement. You might be surprised. Many cats respond with another slow blink, as if they're saying, "I trust you too." That small exchange can create an incredible connection between you, built on mutual respect, affection, and a silent but deeply meaningful form of communication. It's a simple moment, but one that carries a powerful emotional weight. In a language where silence speaks volumes, this kind of visual interaction can be one of the clearest signs that the bond between you and your cat is growing stronger. But communication doesn't stop there. Cats don't express themselves only through sounds and eye contact. Their gestures say a lot too. A cat's body is like a full communication tool, where every movement carries meaning. You just need to observe closely to understand what they're feeling or trying to tell you. When the tail is raised and slightly curved at the tip, it's a sign of happiness. This is one of the most positive signals a cat can give. It means they're relaxed, confident, and happy to be in their environment, especially if they're walking toward you with this posture. It's as if they're saying, "I'm good, and I'm happy to see you." That slight curl at the tip of the tail, often looking like a little question mark, is a charming detail and usually shows affection and friendliness. If the tail is whipping quickly from side to side, the message is quite different. This sharp, rhythmic, tense movement usually indicates irritation, frustration, or anxiety. It's a clear warning that your cat is bothered by something. It could be overstimulation. During play, an unexpected guest, a strange noise. Whatever it is, it's best to respect the signal and give them some space. Ignoring this kind of body language might result in a scratch, or at the very least, a grumpier cat. Ears flattened back? That's a warning. This is a classic sign that your cat is not happy with what's happening. When the ears are turned back or pinned flat against the head, your cat is clearly uncomfortable, frightened, or ready to react defensively. It might be a protective gesture, a sign that they're on high alert, or even a preparation for fight or flight. It's one of the most important signals to watch for, especially in new or stressful situations. There's also that classic moment. The cat flips onto its back, and then you think, "Oh, it wants some belly rubs." Not always. While this gesture of rolling onto its back is often interpreted as a sign of affection or a request for attention, it actually carries a much deeper meaning. Exposing the belly to you is indeed a sign of trust, but not necessarily an invitation for belly rubs or tickles. When a cat flips onto its back, it's showing that it feels safe enough to expose one of the most vulnerable areas of its body. It's a sign that it trusts you enough to put itself in a position where, in the feline world, it would be vulnerable to attack. This is a strong indicator that the cat feels comfortable in your presence. However, it's important not to mistake this for an immediate request for affection. Some cats love belly rubs, and if you're gentle and know the right areas to touch, you might be lucky enough to receive purring or a gesture of affection. But other cats will give you a swift swat or even a scratch if you try to do something they didn't ask for. This happens because, for many felines, the belly is a sensitive area, and petting it can be interpreted differently. While some see the belly as a place where they enjoy being touched, others see it as a more defensive area where their instinctive response is to protect themselves. So, respect this gesture as, "I trust you," not as, "Please tickle me." The flipped belly is a sign of intimacy. But what the cat wants in that moment can vary greatly. Pay attention to how it's behaving. If it's relaxed, with half-closed eyes and a calm tail, it might be a good time for gentle petting. But if it's agitated, with wide-open eyes or tense whiskers, it might be better to back off. Now, let's talk about the more unusual sounds, the purring and the famous chatter, that little noise they make when they see a bird outside the window. These sounds are so characteristic of cats, and so different from anything we're used to hearing from other animals. Each of them carries its own meaning, and understanding these nuances is like discovering another secret of feline behavior. Purring is undoubtedly one of the sweetest sounds in the animal kingdom. It's soft, continuous, and often associated with moments of pleasure, like when a cat is being petted or is comfortable in your lap. Most people think purring is simply a sign of relaxation and contentment, but it can also have other meanings. Purring can also occur when a cat is in pain or feeling stressed. This happens because, for felines, purring has a calming effect. It's like a feline mantra, a way for them to balance their emotions. When they're feeling unwell or in a stressful situation, they purr to calm themselves and, in a way, self-medicate emotionally. It's almost as if the sound has a therapeutic effect, both for them and for us, who often feel more relaxed when we hear a cat purring. Then there's the chatter, that peculiar click, click, click sound they make, especially when they spot a bird or some other kind of prey. The chatter is still a true mystery. This sound is quick and repetitive, almost like a snap, and many cats make it while observing prey from a distance, as if they're in a moment of pure frustration for not being able to reach it. Some scientists believe this sound is a manifestation of frustration, because the cat is looking at something it can't catch at the moment. It's like the cat is expressing its desire to capture the target, but knows it's out of reach. On the other hand, other experts believe the chatter might be a simulation of the prey's sound, almost like a preparation for the hunt. When a cat makes this sound, it could be trying to imitate the noise the prey would make, as if it's a way of practicing or preparing for the attack. Regardless of the exact explanation, the chatter is another piece of the puzzle in feline communication, a reflection of how cats, even in moments of inactivity, keep their hunting instincts sharp. These sounds, the purring and the chatter, show how cats have a range of expressions that go far beyond simple requests for affection or attention. Each sound is another layer in the complex and rich communication they have with us and the world around them. Now, have you noticed how cats use their whole body to communicate? When they rub against your legs, they're leaving their scent, saying, "You're mine." When they follow you around the house, it's not just neediness, it's vigilance, protection, and also curiosity. And that massage with their paws, it comes from their kittenhood when they kneaded their mother's belly to stimulate the milk. It's a pure sign of comfort. Cats don't speak like we do, but they do speak, and they speak a lot. They just speak in their own way. And when we truly learn to listen, everything changes. The relationship becomes deeper, more respectful, more connected. You start to understand what's affection, what's a request, what's a warning. And the most beautiful part, you start to feel when your cat is saying, I love you in its own way. If you enjoyed this dive into the mysteries of feline language, leave a like now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video with that friend who also loves cats. And let me know in the comments, which of these signs does your cat use the most? Does it blink at you? Call you with different meows? Or is it more of the silent expressiveness type? Remember, every cat is unique. Learning to understand yours is like learning a new language, but one full of love, trust, and small but significant discoveries. See you in the next video. And don't forget, listen to what your cat has to say.